I found out at 17 that I was born without a uterus. He was not able to get in to my ovaries like he thought because they were so far up underneath my ribs. I had fully functioning ovaries that produced eggs, went through a cycle, but no uterus. We had problems finding a surrogate, and I finally just was like, okay, we'll just go through an agency. Well, agencies cost $100,000. That does not include your treatments, your medicine, your ultrasounds, nothing. That is literally just to find a surrogate. By the good Lord above, we had a friend that reached out and was like, hey, I'll do it. You know, she knew kind of what we were going through, and she said, I'll do it. We start our IVF, and I'm doing the stems, and they knew that my ovaries were up underneath my ribs, but they didn't know how bad it was. Well, while we're doing the stems and they're checking me every other day, they decide to do my egg retrieval at a surgery center instead of the clinic, because he was afraid when he went in with the needles that it would hit an organ. So when I wake up for my egg retrieval at the surgery center, I immediately knew something was wrong. Nobody said anything, but I just felt like something was wrong.
Brooke instantly knew something wasn't right, and she pleaded with everyone to check her to see if everything was normal. It was not.
And so I kept asking the doctor, what's wrong? And he's like, nothing, it's okay. Everybody's like, it's okay, it's fine. You're just waking up from the anesthesia and all this other stuff. It was not fine. He was not able to get in to my ovaries like he thought because they were so far up underneath my ribs. He was just basically blindly sticking the needle in to try to retrieve as many as he could. I think he got 6. They take him back to the clinic, and when they get there, they realize they've been exposed to too much carbon dioxide. So they immediately start fertilizing them, trying to save them. And he called me that night, and he said, you know, we've lost them all. Nothing is going to be able to save, but I have a plan, I think. So he says, I want you to go see this other doctor in Chattanooga. He's an oncologist for gynecology, and we've got a plan, we think. We're going to try. So basically, I was a guinea pig. They have a surgery where younger women, if they have and they have to do treatments, they move their ovaries up underneath their ribs.
After going through so much, Brooke now has to face a major surgery in order to be able to have children.
He says, when do you want to do the surgery? And I said, you can do it tonight if you want to. I was motivated. You know, I wanted it. I wanted a baby. And he says, I actually have an opening for tomorrow, but I'm not going to have time to verify your insurance, and you may have to pay for it all. So I looked at my husband, and he looked at me, and I said, book it. I'll take it. So we went home an hour and a half, and in the morning drove back an hour and a half. We had the surgery. Nobody knew what they were doing. It was great. He took my ovaries, stretched out my artery that was connected to them, and sewed them down to my pelvis. Within 2 weeks, we started another round of IVF. Worked out wonderful. We have twins from it. But not long after that, I started having problems walking and moving, and it was bad. So I called these doctors back, and I'm like, hey, something's wrong. Like, y'all got to fix this. I can't take it anymore.
Brooke thought that she would be finally able to relax after having kids, but it was discovered she had another serious health issue to deal with.
He doesn't want to change it. He doesn't want to do a surgery. And I threw a fit and got him to finally go in and do an exploratory surgery. I begged him to take my ovaries out. So we go back down there. We did the exploratory surgery. I wake up and they said, your ovaries were sewn to the ligaments in your hips. And that's why it hurt so bad to walk and move and sit up. And I said, oh, thank God. Did you just cut them loose and let them float back up to where they're supposed to be? Or did he take them out? And they're like, oh, no, he sewed them back down. That's not what we agreed on. That was not the agreement. So it took me a year and a whole other doctor to get them removed. And now I'm in surgical menopause, which is absolute hell. So some people say that you won't feel it. It can be like a day or two after your surgery. I felt it within maybe 3 to 4 hours. Your gynecologist, whoever does your surgery, he's not going to help you with your hormones. They're not. They just don't do it. Insurance doesn't pay for them, so it's not a concern.
Brooke was able to face a huge challenge during surrogacy, but she wanted to make people aware of what surgical menopause is really like.
So I did the hormone cream, the estrogen cream. I think I used it every day, and then I did progesterone pills at night. I probably did that for maybe a year or so, and I was still really struggling. The rage I felt was unworldly. It was the worst thing I've ever dealt with. It was like I was two people. Part of me is just raging and going after people, and the regular part of me is just sitting there like, why are you doing this? Like, this is not normal. But you can't stop it. Like, it's just uncontrollable. It's terrible. So at this point, I was like, my husband's gonna leave me if I don't do something else. So I went to my doctor, my other doctor that I see that also does that. I do the testosterone estrogen pellets. They are wonderful. They have saved my life. They make me a better person, a decent person. And then I take progesterone pills at night that help you sleep. Oh my gosh, best sleep of your life. So if you are fixing to go into surgical menopause or have a hysterectomy, I highly suggest getting set up with a functional doctor to go over what you need so you can immediately go into that.
After sharing her experience, Brooke became very divisive within religious groups, and she wanted to address all of the hate that she was getting from them.
But this is for the people that are using the Christian faith to tell me that I'm wrong and that I went against God's will. First off, you do realize that you are contributing to the detriment of our religion, because I'm devout. I'm faithful to God, and y'all are embarrassing me. I've had these things said to me for so long that it doesn't quite affect me like it would somebody else that's just starting out. Now, it hurts and it stings, but is that what you want? And the next thing is for everyone saying God did not plan, or this was not his will for me to have children. I want to suggest a book that you should read. The book is called Job, and it's in the Bible. Check it out if you got an opinion on this, and then let me know. And for all of y'all that have said, you know, it's against God's will because the whole video is kind of directed towards you, it's going to be real awkward if you are able to slide under them gates of heaven, even though you've said this stuff, and then you run into him. He's probably going to want to have a talk with you.
Brooke has gone through a lot and has gone above and beyond to make sure she was able to have kids. The comment section was very supportive of Brooke and her journey. A lot of people also thanked her for sharing her story, as it helped them with their own journey. One comment said, "I'm so thankful you got your babies. You have an angel friend. Surgical menopause here too." Another comment said, "My 15-year-old daughter just found out she has no uterus and is devastated. This gives me hope, so thank you for sharing." We wish Brooke and her family all the best in the future. So do you have any similar experiences? Let us know in the comments below. And if you liked this video, be sure to follow our other social pages for more content like this. And of course, if you have any of your own videos that you'd like to share with us, be sure to send them in. As always, thanks for watching Happiest.